Good morning. My name is Caleb Farney, and thank you for the invitation to come and speak this morning from the Stewardship Committee. Thinking about this, I was thinking that there are many milestones you look forward to as you get to be older, going to college, getting a higher ed degree, getting married, having kids, your first house perhaps. I never thought that I'd be giving a testimonial here as one of those milestones, but I'm happy to do so. I grew up nearby in Lincoln and attended Trinity Episcopal Church in Concord growing up with my family. And when my wife and I moved to Natick in 2010, we were really happy to discover St. Andrew's as a congregation. To me, it has many similar aspects to the church that I grew up in and that I loved. There are many ways that you can spend one's time, though, and soon after moving here and having kids and balancing all the house renovations and the job demands and everything else, it became apparent to me that there's so many ways you can spend time in life, and that going to church and dedicating yourself towards regular attendance and engagement really does require dedication and commitment. To me, that choice of that commitment makes sense because of the role the church plays in my life and the way that I see it connecting to society and where we are. There's so many ways that we can be distracted through technology and work and everything else. And to me, the church maintains a tie to the past that helps us to understand where we are now and where we need to go in the future. And there are really few other ways that society provides to help us get that same kind of moral and spiritual guidance. And church is really a rare resource towards helping us. The main aspects that St. Andrew's calls to me are through the preaching, the music, and the healing that's provided here. This beautiful sanctuary that we all enjoy, which we've all just helped to support through renovations and improvements. It's a rare resource where I can come and regain my thoughts, regain a sense of peace and direction and focus in my life. I've always been impressed by the preaching. We are really blessed to have wonderful clergy here who give us sermons that make us think, the intellectual and the humor filled messages that they provide. I certainly learned a lot this morning when I attended the 8 a.m. service and heard the sermon from Sarah. We are really lucky to have the music here. Wardy and the choir do a wonderful job. Coming from a family that deeply appreciates classical music, I'm always happy to hear the music here, and we're very lucky to have that also as a resource. I also participate in the church school program, and I'm happy to say that it's a strong program which has had a lot of direction over the years, and I think our children are receiving a wonderful education through it. So, with all those things in mind, I hope that you continue to support this resource that we have, maintain its vitality over the years. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know you're seeing me up here in a tie again and saying, oh boy, a double dose of stewardship this morning, but it's not going to be that. But before I get started, I always learn a tremendous amount when I come to services here. And today I actually learned two very unusual things. One is if I buzz, even when invited to by the clergy from the back row, I will mortify my teenage children. And the second is that Caddyshack may be as popular in my home as it is in Sarah's home as a movie. I'd like to welcome those of you online. The only reason I'm using the microphone is that it's easier for that portion of our parish to understand what we're saying if it's through a microphone. But Adrian is with the church school, as was mentioned, and so he asked me to give a brief update on where we are in stewardship. And I have good news. The good news is we are almost halfway to our pledge goal of 300, which is terrific. Further good news is that we are more than halfway toward our dollar goal of $1.1 million. So that is the good news. In addition to the good news, we have a challenge. We have 1 week left in the official stewardship campaign. Next Sunday is Commitment Sunday, and I would love to encourage all of you that are considering making a pledge to do so today. In fact, I won't tell the clergy if you do it right now from your phone. I checked this morning with the technological help of my children who understand these things much better than I do. If you go to standrewswellesley.org, there are 3 horizontal lines in the upper right. Touch them, hit give, hit make a pledge, name, address, number. That's it, and no one will know. It's just us. And for you online, no one will really know. It's all of you at all. You can obviously also do it on the website. You can send back your pledge card. You can send back any piece of paper with name, address, and your pledge amount. You can write it down at coffee hour and hand it to me, and it would be, or any member of the stewardship team, and it would be wonderful. But we have one big week to go, and we're looking forward to a strong finish. And I'd like to thank you again for all of the generous support of this parish through the process. Thank you very much.
Thank you.